Hey, good afternoon, guys. I'm Specialist Esquivel. Today's task is measure distance on a map. Today's condition is you are a member of a squad or team in a field environment and have been directed to determine the distance between two known points. You have a 1 to 50,000 scale map, a strip of paper with a straight edge, and a pencil to do so. You have been shown the beginning and end points on a map. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4, but we are not going to be performing any of these iterations in Mach 4. Standards. Determine the straight line distance between 2 points with no more than 5% error on a straight line, and for the road or curve line, distance between 2 points with no more of a 10% error. Performance measures are: number 1, identify the graphic bar scale on the map. Number 2, determine the straight line distance between 2 points on a map. And number 3 is measure the distance along a road, stream, or any other curved line. So for today's risk assessment, it's low, but I have identified 3 hazards. One of them being wildlife. I have mitigated wildlife by placing us in an area where wildlife is not seen often. But if you do happen to see any wildlife, don't mess with the wildlife and it won't mess with you. Number 2 is tripping hazard. I have mitigated tripping hazard by running the course myself before you guys coming out here. So we shouldn't have any broken ankles out here today. And number 3 is dehydration. I have mitigated dehydration by ensuring everyone brought their Camelback or canteen to drink out of water. So stay hydrated, because I will be going around every 30 to 45 minutes ensuring that everyone is green on water. It is the duty and responsibility of all soldiers and DA civilians to protect and preserve the environment. This training product has been reviewed by the training developers in coordination with G2 Fort Benning, Georgia 31905, Foreign Disclosure Officer. This training product can be used to instruct international military students from all approved countries without any restrictions. So before I go into the demonstration part, I'm gonna evaluate you guys individually, and to receive an overall go for the task, you must receive a go on each performance measure that you are evaluated on. Of course, you will be evaluated individually, one at a time, as I said earlier. To clear up any confusion, when you do see this graphic scale map, the graphic scale map is a ruler printed on the map and is used to convert distance on the map to actual ground distance. So the numbers that you'll see to the right of the map are your primary scale. Those are in full unit of measure. The numbers to the left of the 0 are divided into tenths. Sorry, and that's your extension scale. So those are your 2 scales that we usually use when we do land nav. But there are 3 of them, as you will be able to see, which are used by different unit of measures. So at this time, does anybody have any questions? No questions? Okay, so watch this demonstration. So at this time, Sergeant, I would give my soldiers 5 minutes to practice. <clears throat> 5 minutes has elapsed. Now everybody gather around me. I'm going to go over the task conditions and standards again, as well as the performance measures. Task. Your task is measure distance on a map. Conditions. You are a member of a squad or team in a field environment and have been directed to determine the distance between two known points. You have a 1 to 50,000 scale map, a strip of paper with a straight edge, and a pencil to do so. You have been shown the beginning and end points on the map. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4, but as I stated earlier, we will not be performing any of these iterations in Mach 4. Standards. Determine the straight line distance between 2 points with no more than a 5% error, and the road or curve line distance between 2 points with no more than a 10% error. The performance measures are: number 1, identify the graphic bar scale on the map. Number 2 is determine the straight line distance between 2 points on the map. And number 3, last one, is measure the distance along a road, stream, or any other curved line that you can find. At this time, if anybody doesn't have any questions, no? Okay, we will, this time, Sergeant, I will give my soldiers 5 minutes to start testing out. So the 5 minutes has elapsed. Everybody did pass, so that's good. No failures. But I did have a retraining plan for if anybody failed, so I'm gonna go ahead and pitch that to you guys right now. If you were to have failed, you would have retrained tomorrow at 0900 in front of troop with the same uniform that we're out here in today, which is your ACH, your iPro, your gloves, your flick, your 6 ammo pouches, and your camelback, of course, and OCPs. So good thing nobody failed. We're good to go. Nobody has to retrain tomorrow. At this time, we'll take accountability for all our equipment that we brought out here, such as our pencil, our 1 to 50,000 scale map, and our straight edge paper. We have that in front of us, so we're good. Now, everybody horseshoe around me. We're going to conduct an AAR. So today, what was supposed to happen? What was supposed to happen and did happen is we learned how to measure distance on a map, measuring the distance of a straight line and measuring the distance of a curved line as well. And so that task was completed today. Everybody passed. We're good to go. Now, the risk assessment for today was at overall low. It continued to stay at an overall low. Thanks to you guys doing the right thing all the time. We were not able to see any wildlife, unfortunately, so that was good. but wish we would have saw some. Now the tripping hazards, everybody did good on that and trained. They were cognizant of where they were stepping to prevent, a broken ankle or sprained ankle or something. So good job on you guys, and as well as dehydration. Nobody fell out. Everybody, stayed hydrated. Cool, and thank you guys for that. Good job. So now we will conduct our final inspection, as well as police call. Will remove all our items from the area that we were at to leave it as it was. So we'll go ahead and conduct that now. So now that we removed our equipment out of the way, we'll conduct a police call, making sure we pick up any trash we see. So we conducted a police call, removed all our equipment from our area, and so this concludes my brief. Sergeant. T stands for trained, P stands for practice, and U stands for unpracticed.